Mic'd up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yankees Coast to Coast opening day. One of my 5 favorite days of the year. I love it. Birthdays, kids, that kind of thing. But opening day, very special. Very special. What do you think, Mike? You happy to be having opening
I
day?
said in the summary for the show, happiest day of the year.
Happiest day of the year, no question all. Um, Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been better. I mean, it really couldn't have been. Maybe Judge hadn't gone over the strike zone. Oh, he swang and hit one. I've never seen him miss more good pitches as he did tonight. Everything
Yeah,
was
he
he's.
kept fouling off those outside middle height pitches. He just kept fouling
Unlike the
off.
ones he kills normally. So obviously
Yeah,
he's just a half
well,
step
okay,
off,
they didn't
but
need it.
I'm sure he'll be fine. So as long as he didn't go 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts, that would have been bad. What is that called? Is that we've got the sombrero?
I have no
Uh,
idea.
the Golden Chariot. That's probably it.
Uh,
But
Should be
anyway,
a golden thong.
yeah, the Golden Thong. So yeah, so a good day all around for everybody, but Aaron. Um, Started off, I thought they were going to give up a couple runs early, but they didn't. That was good news.
Yep.
Got out of that one. Uh, didn't love the what seems to be a habit now of our center fielder getting off to a bad break on pop-ups. Just seems that he's always steps back first. It just doesn't strike me as somebody who knows how to play center field as well as everybody says he does.
Well, he
But
tries to nonchalant everything, and when you try and nonchalant everything, you don't get a
mhm,
good jump because you're nonchalanting.
that's right.
And that's the whole thing with him that drives me crazy. It's painful to watch. You don't nonchalant and try and catch everything. Ooh, I just got there. Ooh, I'll catch it. You got to
No,
get under the freaking ball, move your ass, and hustle and get under the ball and then make the easy play. Don't make the easy play look easy. Make the easy play easy.
that's right.
And this doesn't get a good jump because he just wants to make the catch like, nice, easy play. And that's just
Hmm.
not the way you play the game. I'm almost disappointed. He got a big hit. I
No,
wish he would
triple
have
was
got,
big. Triple was a big hit.
yeah, I wish
You
he
know.
didn't get a hit because I'd like to get him off the team. But yeah, I
Well,
obviously the big winner
think
today.
about the logic of that statement
I know.
for a
There's no
second.
logic in that statement. It's just a total bias. I can't stand the guy as a
Yeah.
center fielder, and the 22 million pisses me off. They should have just given it to me, but that's a different story. I mean, obviously the story of the game is Freed, right?
Hmm.
It's
A couple
80,
things. I would go Freed for
85
sure, but
pitches. Was it
yeah,
63 strikes? Only
yeah,
86 pitches, 53 strikes, which is still pretty good.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I bet he's going to say that he wasn't sharp. Like he's going to say that he was still like feeling for it. I didn't see, except for that first inning, he looked pretty dominant.
really retired
So
what? 16 out of the last 18 he faced, or 15 out of the last
yeah, he's pretty
18 he faced.
dominant. He's looking pretty good. So they didn't look too good at the plate either. I mean, nobody was scaring me tonight. So
I
except
agree. Stanton was
Arise.
scary. Stanton was very scary.
No, I mean
Oh, the
the
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah,
That
you
is
know,
that how they are? They don't strike me as a very scary team.
they're
So
not a very scary team. They're going to be banking. Chapman batting second was odd, but they're banking on Arise, Devers, and
I
Lee
like Arise. I think
being.
Arise is going to be a good
Yeah, we
player
both
for
like
them.
Arise being high contact guys. Why? I mean, how bad a first baseman could Devers be that they played Casey Schmidt at first base? I mean, not that the guy was a butcher over there, but Casey Smith, this is his 12th game as first baseman. He was a stud second baseman last year. He was a good third baseman and shortstop. Why
And then
is
they
he
move
playing
him to
first
first
base?
base. That's
I don't know what's
amazing.
going on with them, but
So what was it? You're out there. So what's is Devers being as difficult with them as he
oh
was
no,
with the?
he's been perfect citizen. I
Hmm.
mean, within the first week coming out here, he's like, yeah, I'll play first base, not an issue.
Yeah, but
So
he's
it's
just
it's
bad
been a
at it.
perfect, and he ended up hitting 35 homers and knocking in almost 100 runs last year. I mean, he had a good year. So on the Yankee side of things, though, I have a different key to the game than you would think I would have, and it's another pains me to say, but When McMahon came up with the runners on second and third, and he had two strikes, and the infield was back, the key was even if they fielded that 97 hopper through the infield that went for a base hit and two RBIs, even if they fielded it, he was knocking in a run because he made contact. And that's a key to keeping an inning going. And if he strikes out there, it's two less runs, and it's a whole different inning.
Mm,
And it's why making contact is so important, especially with the infield back like that. That was a key at bat. I mean, obviously the Grisham triple never hurts anybody, but the McMahon making contact with two strikes and the infield back, even if they make the fielding play, he has done his job of getting the run in from third base with less than two out. The fact that it went through the infield gave the Yanks two runs. That's nice. You got to like that.
yeah, I mean,
So
I thought that was great. I think that's an instance last year they would have struck out. I mean, he would have struck out. I mean, I also find it funny and ironic again if we're gonna, not always, one thing we're not gonna always be is like a lot of our buddies out there in this business that all they do is talk about when they win. They're all excited and happy and then maybe say one or two things that are disparaging. But for us, our feeling on this is we're going to always give our many or two fans the fact how we feel that in all good there's bad, and all bad there's good. This is in order to be doing this well, you have to look at those things, especially since it's a long season. But I thought it was interesting that the Yankees won 7-0, but struck out twice as much as the other team. So it's just so ironic that the Yankees struck out 12 times tonight and the other team struck out six. It's just,
I'm very impressed. I did not realize that you and Aristotle, or Socrates Johnson, as they say in
so great.
Socrates Johnson in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, were so philosophical. That was so philosophical.
So
Every
great.
good there's bad, and every bad there's good. Adam Schneider, you're
Very
taking
deep.
his philosophy class.
Yes, yes, there are things you don't know about me, even after 20 years of friendship.
Well,
The things you don't know.
it's more than 20 years now. You know that, right?
22,
Yeah,
22 years.
22 years. It's kind of scary.
22,
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah. You
it's
had hair back then. You had,
I still I had hair back then as opposed to the toupee today. Could you believe I got my friend Eric, who I played golf with today, and I'm playing with tomorrow. He said, "You don't have a toupee, do you?" So it was very funny.
Oh,
Shout
that's
out
very
to
funny.
Dubois, one of our listeners and a half that we have on our show.
Thank you. We will be buying you dinner soon. Maybe we'll,
Hey, you when you're out here, you buy him dinner.
I'll buy him dinner.
He's a good guy. Anyhow, yeah, but it's it was the things that happened in the game. They got the clutch hit from Grisham after the clutch hit by McMahon, and McMahon made contact, and that's why when we were in the offseason, we were harping on contact, 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 and
Hmm.
he made contact. Wasn't even hard contact,
Hmm.
but
Didn't matter. But
it,
I got to tell you what I loved, and not in that at bat necessarily, but in
right,
so many more of their first strike up or
right.
first swing, first bat. Man, you get up there, the first thing you see with a guy like Webb, you want to hit it,
Yeah,
and that was beautiful. I thought they're a pro. Hey, give it to the Yankee hitting.
yeah. I mean,
Man,
Rice grounded out to start the second inning, and then they scored 5 runs.
who does that? I mean, when was the last time the Yankees score 7 runs without hitting a home run? And I don't think they even came close to hitting a home
I
run
know they
tonight.
have not done it yet this season. That was the first time of the season.
That's a good point. Well said. Well thought out.
Yes.
Um,
Well, I don't get that said to me very often.
but no,
You did text during the game and said, "Why is Duvall in a 7-0 game in the
I
ninth inning?"
didn't get it because tomorrow they're going to need him in a 3-2 game.
No game tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. I forget these weird schedules.
Yeah, I mean the Yankees have Sunday off. They have Friday and Sunday, Thursday and Sunday off. It's a ridiculous schedule. But Duvall is a little bit of a mental eggplant, and to get him out there against the Giants on opening day in a low pressure situation, I thought it was a nice thing to do. And
All right,
clearly, he
that's
was the
fine.
ball too
No
tight.
problem.
Two pitches, one that was a wild pitch, and one that Wells made a nice backhand stab at. But
Amazing.
it's good to do it, and I like to see Hedrick out there. For some reason, I think he's going to end up being an important pitcher on this staff.
Yeah.
So getting him out there and letting him work through a little bit, and to see Jake Big Bird go out there and throw an inning, come in and throw two
The
thirds.
reason why I thought it was he was beardless was because my son had sent me a text of somebody after he was talking about beards, and I thought, oh, he must be sending me Bird now because Bird's in there. Did Bird take his beard off? I thought that would have been very ironic, given that he
Right.
is the beard guy.
Oh, but yeah.
Bird's beard.
All right. So I will say this, and you'll have to correct me if you think I'm wrong, but doesn't Austin Wells look a little bit like the GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip with his
Oh,
beard?
absolutely, man, totally. I am with you
That's a
on
good.
that one.
That's a
And
good
he's got
beard.
his great beard. My wife even said, "Man, that is a nice looking beard." I
Yeah.
said, and because she's been saying for years how stupid the Yankee rule is,
Well, can I say
that you never
something?
understood.
Aren't isn't your wife your beard?
It always has to come up one way or the other. Yes.
Your wife is your
We
beard.
talk that all the time. Yes, and
He is your
you
beard. Rich has already told me all about you guys.
so that no, it's you and me, man. That's what you don't want to know. I'm bringing you out here, buddy.
Well,
So,
I live in the
the
right place.
nerve.
Anyhow,
You're gonna
guys,
cut this part out of the show, aren't you?
no cutting the show. It's a
Oh no!
no cutting. So yeah, so we'll see what happens on
I've been
Friday.
outed by
I
my
am
partner.
disappointed. I'm going to the game on Saturday. I would like to have seen Schlittler. I don't mind seeing Warren, but Schlittler's pitching Friday.
Mm,
It's a 1:35 start on Friday. Um,
nice,
and how'd you like my text that I ran into Dwayne Kuiper today at the golf course?
very nice.
And he was a very nice man. And what I said to him is, we had a little conversation, and then I said, "When's the last time you had an opening day game off?" 54 years. The guy has
I
not missed an opening day game from playing and broadcasting.
Are they making a big stink there about how ridiculous it is that they're not televising the regular game tonight?
This
Because
no,
the
not really.
Yankees are all over it here. Everybody's Michael
No,
K
not
won't
really.
shut
And
up.
what's really odd is, generally speaking, and football does this, when they put the game on a streaming service, the local broadcast is on a local channel. They pick up the national broadcast on a local channel. And what are the Yankees on? Channel 9 now, right?
No, no, it's 11. It's still
Oh, they're
11.
back on picks?
Yeah, no, they're not on
I
picks.
thought the Mets
Are
were on
they
picks.
even on? Are they even maybe five? Is it
I don't know,
five?
whatever they're on.
I don't know.
But
I never see games on
to
TV.
them now, for the streaming service to not do it. And the funny thing to me about it is, not Yankees, but baseball in general, it's an older fan base, right? And the older fan base doesn't know how to work these streaming services. My father would never have been able to figure this out if
Mm.
he was still alive. It just would have been like Netflix. What are you
I don't
talking
have a
about? And then he
problem
would have, of
with
course,
it.
tried to flick the channels on the commercial, and he would have screwed up everything.
What I don't like is a couple things. First, um, I don't like that it changes every other night. So you're like, all right, where are they tonight? And you have to go search, find out where they are. Thank God for ChatGPT. It seems to know where the Yankees are when nobody else does.
Well,
So
I will
so
say
I
that it's a bigger problem for the Yankees and the Dodgers than it is any other team, because those are the teams that are on Peacock,
yeah,
Netflix, and Prime and Apple TV more than
mm,
any other team.
that's right.
But for teams, the Giants, this is might be one of three games all season that will be on a streaming service and not on locally. They'll be on Fox on Saturdays or Sundays, whatever day, and they'll be on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, or Monday
Hmm.
Night Baseball now, Monday Night Baseball. But it's a bigger problem for teams like the Yankees and the
I
Dodgers.
find it
Of course,
annoying,
the
and I don't
Dodgers.
like
Wait, the
that.
Dodgers are still not on one of the cable services down there in LA.
Oh,
So,
well, nice. Also I don't. I must have some real half-assed version of Netflix because I just can't. It never easily go back. I like
oh,
to
it's
watch in
not
slow
easy.
motion.
It's
I
not
like
easy to
slow
go back
motion.
to
I
Netflix.
like to slow mo my games, so I'll see things and I like to see like that's how I look at the details. You can't do that. You just can't. It takes you back 10 minutes, and then you're like, oh, and then you got to
Yeah,
wait.
it
God
is
forbid you hit a
difficult.
commercial, and then they
It
won't
is
let you move
difficult to go.
forward.
There's no 8-second back button like there is when you're watching on regular TV.
Yeah. So
Even YouTube TV has an 8-second back button. Netflix, if once you hit back, it goes fast. So yeah, I
yeah,
agree with you, but it can
don't
go.
like it. Don't
Um,
like it. They won't be on very often on ESPN, will they?
but won't be
This
very
is
often on Netflix. I don't know how many games
I keep
Netflix is going
saying
to have
that.
this year.
I
Um,
hate it. I hope not many because I am not loving it. I also thought it was about the stupidest. The show, the beginning was so dumb. Just the cable cars and the cabs, and you just almost you feel bad. You kind of cringe watching the
The
players.
cable cars and the cabs didn't bother me that much. The cabs probably was a little uncomfortable for some of the players to crawl through the cab, but
They
that didn't
did.
bother me. That didn't bother me too much. But
It was
what
stupid,
bothered
and
me
then
is
what
I didn't
take me
know
out
who
for the
this
ball game.
comedian was. How could you have a comedian on that's and he's not even from the Bay Area. He's from Florida. I mean,
Hmm.
I looked him up after one of the Carroll brothers told us who he was.
I had no idea, and I thought he was
Useless.
intensely unfunny.
It was useless. Although he was good when he was
No,
out in the when he was out in McCovey Cove, he was funny.
that was funny. I love that he was the only one who had a life preserver on. That very, very really gave away his obvious
Well,
his obvious comfort in the water.
he's from Florida, and his claim to fame, besides for being a stand-up comedian, is that when I think it was Florida State, was
He was
voted the
right.
partiest school, the number one party school in the country, and he was voted the number one partier at Florida.
Wow, that's no
So
wonder. Hence the reason for the
yeah, but
life
he has
preserver.
no
I get it.
attachment to the Bay Area, and the professional wrestlers, the play ball guy. What was that? That was crap too.
It was ridiculous, but I have to tell you, I did like Jazz was funny. It was
Jazz
killing
was
me.
very good.
I was like, I love this guy. How funny he is.
But he's always like that. I like Jazz. A lot of
Just a
people don't.
personality. My God, it was
I was a little
classic.
worried though. He's not known for his focus, and here he was doing an interview in
Paul,
game.
Paul was going to come right to him. I kept saying to Joanne, get ready. He's going to lose it. The minute that ball comes
Imagine,
at him, he's going to drop his
imagine if that line drive that came at him later in the game
oh,
came to him that inning. That was
the
great.
109 mile an hour.
Off the
That's
glove.
that's
But
classic.
I personally like Jazz. I mean, I don't
I gotta
necessarily
say,
think he's a
what's
long
not to
term
like?
answer,
What's
but
not to like? Very, very good personality.
yeah,
So just to finish up, I do want to. We don't want to make this a long one every
yeah,
night. This is going to be our. Hopefully, our format will be to have one
10
or
minutes.
both of us on for 10 minutes after every game. But what we'll do is, but I do want to ask you one thing. How about that little bomb that Bonds dropped in the middle? Do you believe that?
The two things that I will take away from this broadcast that I will not forget is the bomb that Bonds dropped about Steinbrenner giving him 15 minutes, which you think Steinbrenner blew up the deal. Was that you that wrote that during the game?
I'm saying that's what he's saying. He's saying Steinbrenner blew up the
I think
deal.
it's Steinbrenner saying, I don't want to get played because it's already past Maddox, right? Maddox played the Yankees.
Hmm.
Remember, Greg Maddox played the Yankees.
Yeah.
He had no intention of coming to the Yankees. He just drove up the price and then went to
Hmm.
Atlanta. So
Yeah.
I think
Dick.
what happened was is he didn't want that to happen again. And he said to Bonds, "We're making you," and Bonds even said it. "We're making you the highest paid player. The money's not an issue. You just got to decide in 15 minutes." I had no problem with that.
Well, you know what? Whether it's true or not, I find it interesting that I hadn't heard that anywhere. The
No, I
story
never
has
heard that
always
before either.
been here's the
And
story.
Steinbrenner has been gone for how many years now?
16.
Yeah.
So the
So
story that has been circulated historically on this one is that Bonds didn't want to come to the Yankees.
because
Now he heard the Yankees out
his
in order
dad.
because, but because his dad wasn't happy here.
Yeah.
That's the old story. And of
Yep.
course, the Yankees seem to always do that. I have a problem. Why is it that everybody who ever played for the Yankees, except for Bellinger, has never wanted to come back because of the
Well,
father's
look what Judge
experience?
did though. Judge came back and didn't go to the Giants.
I'm saying if you have
Oh, the
these
father son situation.
nepo babies,
Oh,
these.
so you're putting him in the same boat as Griffey.
So I'm saying the guys like Griffey, uh, apparently, what's his name, didn't want to come back here either. Who's the guy, Toronto's player?
You mean
His
the one that went
father.
to the Mets, Bichette? No.
No, not Bichette. Guerrero.
Oh, Guerrero. But
Guerrero's
his
father gave him. He said his father. He had a bad time here, so he didn't want to come.
well, yeah, but
His
he was
father
never a
told him to
Yankee.
stop. His
But he
father
was
class. The father was a riot. His father says, "You're trying to go for the biggest contract in history. If you're going to do that, you better really." Give up that baloney. You got to play. You got to leave. Keep the Yankees in the game. So he was
yeah.
very smart when he came back and he said, "Yeah, I think I'll probably let the Yankees talk." Now it never happened because he signed with the Blue Jays. But the
Right.
point is, it seems that a lot of guys who played baseball with the
Well, a
Yankees
lot of
who
guys
had
can't.
children don't want to come back
A
here.
lot of guys
Why?
leverage the Yankees. I mean, Greg Maddox leveraged the Yankees. Obviously, Juan Soto leveraged the Yankees and went to the Mets. Um,
Uh,
A-Rod leveraged the Mets to go to the Rangers. But the biggest story, and definitely by poundage, is the CC Sabathia. I was most comfortable between 305 and 320. Holy moly!
I would have bunted 19 times a game
But
if
he
I
was a
had
great.
known. If that's the weight I'm hearing,
He
I
was
mean,
a Gold Glove pitcher.
yeah, until about for the first 5 years.
No,
Then
he was good
afterwards,
until he really hurt his knee on the Yankees. He was an excellent fielder, and God knows he could hit.
what
So
cracked me up? 325,
yeah,
unbelievable.
my comfort. And I like his. I've looked at
I'm
myself
so
as an offensive
comfortable.
lineman.
I didn't like the way I looked in the mirror. But listen, that was true because I remember when he first came, he was at probably full CC before he came. I think,
Yeah,
and then he started messing around with his weight.
no more
Also,
Captain
because
Crunch.
apparently he stopped drinking. So
Yeah.
that was the number one.
Well, I
He
don't
stopped
mind him stopping
drinking.
drinking. He just had to keep eating the Captain Crunch.
Exactly. And that was the trick. And then he lost all that weight. He came back one year. He looked like, a rake. He looked like he was down to
Right,
about
but a
180.
lot of that
And
had to do with his knee.
I'm like, what the hell? And he lost his fastball. He
Well,
went down from like it was 98 to like 65.
yeah.
And I'm
What I don't
thinking,
understand is my weight is big and my ass is as big as it's ever been, and I've lost my fastball, so I went opposite of CC.
this is true.
Of course, I never had a fastball, but that's a different story.
That's right. If throwing your 48-mile-an-hour gas.
Oh,
Uh
speaking of which, I went to the cages on Sunday with
uh-oh.
Rich, and he's like, "Well, how hard do you think the guys in our league throw? 70?" And I looked at him. I go, "What? What?"
I'm gonna make fun of him the
I
whole
said,
time
"We had
next
one
time I
guy who used to throw 70, Will Ferraro, who used to throw 70 easy." I said, "But
maybe,
even Lucas
maybe
Alexander
Killy,
doesn't throw
maybe
70."
Killy. Killy probably was throwing
Well, when he
close
was
to
younger, he did.
70.
Not at the end, he didn't. Rest in peace. But yeah, he's.
Good man.
I was like 70. So we went into the cage. They go 55. I said 55 is good.
Hmm.
And then after a couple of rounds, I think he went down to 50, and I went up to 60.
Yeah.
It was very funny. But that, it was
Oh God. I mean, nobody throws hard in our league ever. I mean, we got a couple guys,
your
um,
league throws harder than my league.
little bit, but we're no, not at all. The
All right.
best was camp when what's his name at when Adam Warren uh, wanted to get out of they wanted to get everybody off the
Oh,
field.
well, Nelson used to throw. There was one year, I don't think it was a year you were there. It was one of my first years on the Highlanders, and they were clocking Nelson at 92.
I mean, it's just unreal.
He also
That's
broke,
it.
didn't he?
Get them in
Didn't
and out.
somebody who broke, didn't, what was it? Duque broke Lloyd's arm?
Lloyd's arm, yeah.
Yeah. Hit him with the pitch.
I don't think it was Duque. It was Nelson, wasn't
Was
it?
it
No, it
Nelson?
was
Yeah.
Nelson.
Nelson was
Nelson.
throwing 92 one year. I mean, I was like, holy schmikeys.
Lloyd was badly hurt. That wasn't good.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you're going to hit somebody, why Lloyd? He's the nicest guy.
nicest guy.
I could see them
All
hitting
right.
you, hitting me. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Kramer, for
Absolutely.
sure. But not Lloyd.
Oh, Kramer. I'm surprised Kramer doesn't get hit every time he gets up.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Now that he's in the Hall of Fame, you have to be careful. You can't talk that way about him.
well, I know. You're not going to get his vote.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm done. I'm over. I'm finished.
all right,
So
Amy Sue, we got to get going.
we got to go, Amy Sue. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Have a great day.
We had
It
Amy
was a
Sue as a
pleasure.
guest, but we ran out of time.
Okay.
We'll
See
not
you
name
on.
her.
I guess I'll see you on Friday. All right.
Yeah,
Be
good
good.
luck in prison.
You too.